Welcome back. So we need to continue exploring Longlai, and look who we've got over there. Some Aramis students. Kisara among them. So let's go have hello. Go have hello. Go have a word and say hello. Anyway. Oh, are those students? I think I recognize that uniform. Yes, they're students from Aramis Academy. Oh, it's Miss Toa. It's nice to see you, Miss Toa. Nice to see you too, Miss Leifa. I'm glad everyone seems to have made it to Longlai safely. Wait, I thought you weren't coming with us on the field trip. I think she's in Longlai with Thors and her NGO. That's right. Which would make him the Ashen Chevalier. Julian's teacher from back in the Empire, then. Yes, I'm Instructor Schwarzer from Thor's Military Academy. Sounds like you've been looking after Julian. Oh, no, not at all. You're the one who's done so much for him. I think every student who knows Julian would agree. So he's proud to be a Thor's student, is he? His grandfather, the former General Van Dyke, must be very pleased. Indeed. Julian couldn't come because something came up suddenly in the capital, right? Yeah. Someone reached out to me about it this morning. Apparently I'll hear the details later. Yes, I want to hear those details. Wow. This is that famous Ashen Chevalier. Did we ever get any sense of why the different coloured ties now, just thinking about it? Different years, I was maybe thinking, but it's like, why have we got the 3 different colours? Maybe it's similar to what we had over in Thor's. Like different areas of study, potentially? Never taken that in properly until now. I knew they had them, but suddenly just realised, like, wait, there's got to be a pattern to this, right? I mean, you 3 have got the sort of orangey brown one, which makes sense. So it's got to be years, right? And what year they're in changes their tie. Anyway, this is the famous Ashen Chevalier, and the hero of the Northern War. The man next to him is a hero too. So cool. The silver-haired lady and the other girls are like idols themselves. I'm such a huge fan. Sorry, it seems like we're taking up your time. Alright everyone, I hope you'll make the most of your field trip. Will do. After that, the Aramis students dispersed to various parts of Longlai for different purposes.
Dear goddess, it's so crowded.
Dear goddess, we got a 4 SPG as a result of that. We got a 4 SPG as a result. Alright. Let's get the rounds going. Man, I'm so glad we're able to make it a Longlai. I'm so pumped for the launch. Pump. Pump it up. Ditto. Thanks to Graham and everyone else doing a good job. We got to come without any anxious thoughts trying to crash our spirits. Alright, here it is. Let's get an eyeful of this history in the making moment. Huh. Interesting to see you guys here. Alright. Man, the road to Longlai sure was crowded. We made the right move leaving early. Normally, I'd have drove hell for leather on the highway. But doing that would have landed my girl straight in a repair shop. I was trying to speak to Hyaris. We've been wanting to come to Longlai for ages too. Once the rocket launch is over and done with, I'd really like to go see the sights. Knowing Downey though, he's probably going to rope me into running around outside of the city. Alright. I have heard the news, by the way, on one of like the latest Falcom meetings. They've announced pretty much their plan for when they plan to end the Trails series, like bring this story to an end, which is like, oh, was it 2032? It's like, yeah, we got an ending in sight, potentially for the series. I mean, it has to end at some point, you know. It has to. It has to. I wonder what they go on to next. Find out, won't we? We'll find out. Also, at the same time, I've got that being like, oh, that's going to come to an end. New Neptunia announcement coming. A new mainline Neptunia. It's like, oh. Well. Some interesting news, isn't it? Yes. Nep. Now that the roadside issues are done and dusted, we can turn our attention to the town. Honestly, things have been a little tough considering I'm the only C rank around here. The police are handling public safety and overall safety measures, so I'm glad I don't have to focus on any of that stuff. Though from what Drusilla has said, Sounds like the government might be trying to restrict our ability to move freely. Hey. Today has been a nightmare. We've upped the number of trains coming in and I'm so run off my feet. Feel like I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh yes, we have that special timetable for outbound trains too. Better make sure the passengers are aware of that. Anyway, point is, Long Lai is packed like we've never seen it before, and I'm suffering. I'll stiff up a lip, mate. By the way, we have a train headed eastbound this afternoon. Long Lai is the doorway to the east. The Transcontinental Railroad is basically the only way in by land. I really hope things calm down there. Oh dear. Angela, okay. I was wondering who this was going to be. You know, with the name, the character model and all. With the kiddos running and playing their little hearts out, I'm sure they'll end up hungry eventually. I think I'll buy them some snacks. Really, I'm just glad Jed is enjoying the trip. When I see him having fun with the other kids, I can't help but be glad I took him in. Indeed. What? Toa? What are you doing here? Oh, you're Ludecia from the ICO. Did you just get back from the east? Oh, that's a funny coincidence. Small world, isn't it? Indeed. I was working at a support branch in the east for the last half year. I only just returned. I heard some talk about the rocket launch, but dear me, like a festival out here. Maybe this will help us make sense of the desertification in the east. Yes, I'm optimistic we can make some real progress there, and the Republic government is probably committed to supporting us in that. Wonderful. When the time comes, I suspect you'll be given an important role to play. Given, well, it's you we're talking about. Though it looks like you're here on a different sort of job. I wish you the best of luck. Thanks. You too. So, she's one of your co-workers, huh? Sounds like you're carrying the weight of the continent on your back days transferred over to here too. Well, I won't lie. Diplomatic work is something I've been itching to take on. I don't know what form it'll take, but whatever it is, I plan to throw myself at it with everything I have. That's the spirit. And I'm sure this goes without saying, but you'll have our full support. I can imagine Toa kind of being the equivalent of, say, a United Nations leader. That kind of thing, where she's not in control of any country or anything like that, but she's in control of bringing everyone together, discussing things, that kind of situation. Can feel that for Toa. On top of your ICO work, you teach in the Empire and the Republic, right? I'm guessing that's what you're here for? Well, I'll be. I don't know how you'll pull triple duty like that. In any case, let's both do our part in making this world a better place for everyone.
Any day now.
Any day now.
The President of the Republic is entering its final phase.
Wait a second, is that you, Norton? From the Imperial Chronicle? Well, well, if it isn't the fine folks from Thor's. Long time no see. Heck of a day for a reunion, huh? Though I'm gathering you're not here to gape and gawk at the launch like most people here. Nothing gets past you, does it? So you're working with Vivi and the others, right? Yeah, Rex and some of the other Thor's bunch asked me to handle some things. Would be nice to see Rex randomly around. The CID's got a chokehold over the flow of information, so getting tips has been easier said than done. Between you and me, about today's military exercise, apparently the entirety of the Republican army is on standby. What? Things have gone from sketch to holy shit, what the hell? Real fast. It's clear we can't just stand by and watch. This might be never bigger deal than the last war. CID is keeping everyone on their... every one of their cards close to their vest. And said measures not only affect Calvert, but us too. There's only so much I can do within my capacity as a journalist. But going forward, I'll do whatever I can to help you all. We would appreciate that. There's no doubt today is going to be one for the history books, but there's too many things nagging at me. As a journalist and one of Thor's collaborators, I plan to observe how things unfold. I won't pry into what you're or why you're all here, but please be careful. We shall endeavor to do so.
Rocket already!
The military's ready for something, then. Phew, finally made it a long lie. The editor-in-chief might be fed up with me, but I don't give a damn. While I was doing research on this, I felt a fire ignite inside me. When you're trialing a good story, sometimes you just gotta have to get those boots on the ground and pursue it. And I'll pursue this to the ends of the earth. I'll write a front page piece that'll leave even Marielle from the Tyra Times green with envy. Good luck, mate. Now, I'll need to think up a good headline. Also, should gather comments that'll stick with the readers. I may not be Marielle, but it feels good putting my all into any article like she does. It'll be a waste only writing some fluff piece. I'm going to make this into my best article yet, even if it kills me. Oh no, he's gonna die, isn't he? Oh god, he's gonna die. Well, what's all this then? More often than not, Long Lie is a calm, tranquil place, but these past few days, it's turned into something of a carnival of tent. But as someone in charge of protecting Long Lie, I will do my part to keep the peace. And I will see to it that everyone can watch this massive undertaking through to the end. I hope I can depend on you all to aid in keeping this place safe.
Let's see.
I've never been so swamped since I started this job, and I've been working here for a very long while. Nevertheless, I will put forth my best effort for the sake of the locals who have been so kind to me all these years.
You, over there, come take a look.
Me over here? Yeah, I get to see the rocket launch again. The other one was all white and big and went whoosh. And then there was tons of smoke. Are you gonna watch it too? Let's watch together. Aww. Need a light snack? Then look no further. We've got Zongzi, Bantuan, and so much more. The crowds will be getting bigger just before the launch, so get your good eats while you still can. You know, Ino's been way more talkative lately. Stranger or not, she's been chatting about this and that to anyone and everyone. And those people end up curious about our food, contributing directly to our sales. I'm so grateful for all the business the space program's giving us. And like my little girl, I need to give it my all to capitalize on it.
Looking is always free, you know.
Jiggly tofu pudding?
Come again.
I might. My husband, Shigi, is selling manto, and it looks like he's making a killing too. Yes, me, rice and manto make for the perfect pre-launch snack. So now's the time to sell. The whole family is going to work their tails off until we clear out our entire inventory. Felinkov.
It's like a festival.
Well, if it isn't Jigen or Jagan. Fancy running into you all here. I see your wife is enjoying a bit of summer splurging, as it were. I know. You're the one who stops by Lungport every so often. Felinkov, so good to see you. Right back at you. Never thought I'd bump into you in this place. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be so surprised, given it's you we're talking about here. I take it you're on your way to the eastern side of the continent? That's the plan. I'll be hopping on the next train bound for the east after I see the launch. I plan to go to that place I wasn't able to visit last time. You mean the same one you told me about before? Oh, you'll have to tell me all about it when you get back. Your stories are always amazing. Yes. If you find any quality antiques along the way, you mind sending them my way? Of course, so long as the purchase price isn't through the roof. Either way, I hope you'll enjoy the trip. Your wife certainly seems to be. That I am. In fact, I'm having the time of my life. Thanks to the tidy sum my husband earned gambling away in Tharbad without my knowing, I've taken the liberty to loosen the purse strings this trip. Oh. Worked out for you then. And I have mercy on the family funds. At this rate, I'm only going to be able to afford a couple shots of the local sake. Suppose I should have known better than to try sneaking into the casino. Them's the breaks, pal. Them's the breaks. In any case, no long lie backwards and forwards at this point. So if you have any questions about it, fire away. I'll be catching the next train bound for the east. There's a place over there I'd like to check out. But since I'm here and all, I might as well watch the rocket launch. It'll make for a good story if nothing else. By the way, bumped into Kisara and her friends earlier. It's a pleasant surprise seeing them here. With the talent that that girl has, she will face more obstacles, both external and internal, than most. But now she has family and friends in her corner. I think the next time we meet, she will have found her own path forward. Me and Filinkov go way back. He's helped me in my business by sending me rare antiques he finds on his globe-trotting adventures. Sounds like he's headed back east again. Yeah, sometimes I'm jealous of him and his itchy feet. That said, I'm looking forward to seeing what stories and antiques he digs up this time. And over to Blair. I didn't think you'd have a bit more dialogue, but alright. Look at all these souvenirs I bought with my husband's winnings. Wait, is this your bag? This is your bag, isn't it? Damn. Now he'll think twice before sneaking off to a casino without giving me so much as a heads up. Though perhaps spending every last minute is a tad harsh. Yeah, probably. I'll set some aside so we can enjoy the local sake. Maybe we should just set some aside just because it's sensible to set some aside. Little nest egg kind of thing, yeah. Oh dear. Boy, oh, my wife is giving new meaning to the phrase shop till you drop. And by that I mean our finances are in the free fall. She's spending every last minute on my modest winnings from the Tharbeck Casino. Life, why must you kick me down so?
Alright.
Alright.
Welcome!
It's almost time for our tour's main event, watching the rocket take off into and beyond the skies. Beyond the horizon, you might say. We've still got a little bit more time before the launch, so I'm letting everyone take a beat to go explore Long Lai. Once we're 20 minutes away from the launch, we'll all reconvene and head for the spot we reserved. Till then, we're all just going to enjoy everything Long Lai has to offer. I've been wanting to come here for a long, long time. So I'm gonna make the most of this. I switched careers before. I wanted to have fun while I worked. So fun is what I'm gonna have. Now then, what souvenir should I get? Maybe this one? Oh, and that one's a must-buy for me for sure. If just picking out souvenirs is a blast. It's like, imagine what this would be like. Just the spectacle of it all. I imagine it would be the equivalent of us with the moon landings in our world. That level of anticipation for the future. New frontiers, all that type of stuff. Even though we know there's more going on with the whole canopy, that's what they were calling it. I was going to say firmament, but they've gone with canopy. Thanks to the space program, the demand of goods is sky high. I know it'll only be temporary, but the Tourism Bureau would be foolish to let this chance to earn some serious dough passes by. Why did you not hold a festival again? Like, that would have been a good idea. Earn so much money, you know. Come on, folks, take a look at our souvenirs. They're all famous goods from the East.
My stuff can't be beat.
What have we got here? Anything you want to see about? Any new plugins? No. Let's exchange our Sepith mass. That's a lot of Sepith mass we got. Like, whoa.
I'll be waiting for you.
Whoa.
My stuff can't be beat.
Kirindo Hanafuda. Some cards. And a gift for Terra. Ooh, what we got there? What was that? We do want these, don't we? Yeah, that's good. Gotta remember to check out the garden as well at some point. Maybe we'll get some idea what's going on with... Don't want to get everyone with one of these. Going on with... Get one of them. We'll actually give that to Fee. Arnias. I want to see what's going on with Arnias, really. Yeah, I'm going to give that to you. Nothing there I want, really. Strengthen. And we're out of you materials. Because of course. And I can only make 4. So, ugh. I'm going to hold on. So maybe I should see about stuff down here. It's like, 'cause I can still make more of these. It's just need more material plus. And the only place I know of, like, where I can get those from on the regular
I'll be waiting for you.
is...
My stuff can't be beat.
No. Go.
I'll be waiting
is
for
fishing.
you.
And I'm not gonna be doing the fishing that much.
My stuff
What
can't
am
be
I
beat.
missing? Oh, because now I can get those. Screw it.
I'll be waiting for you.
There we go.
Oh, we should stake out a spot once we're done eating.
Oh, I recognize that face. You're the son of the Baron from Ymir. You came here with your sister before. That's right. I remember you talked with Elise for a good while back then. Thanks for doing that. Please, it was a pleasure speaking with such a bright young woman. Our conversation was so engaging. I couldn't tear myself away from it. We went on to talk about a number of things, from Eastern cuisine to souvenir recommendations. Yeah. She wanted to pick something out for one of her classmates. And I hope it was to her liking. Classmate? Guessing he's talking about Princess Alphin? If so, then I have to imagine the owner would be stunned speechless if she found out one of the gifts went to Erebonian royalty. Probably. Did you come with your friends today? And I hope you enjoy yourselves while you're here. If you'd like someone to show you around Longlai, my son Senri is working part-time giving tours outside. Though he does have a tendency to go a bit overboard from time to time. He's doing
Let
alright.
me know
He's doing
if you
alright.
need anything
Good
at all.
on. Have we maxed out the food stuff yet? The gourmet points? I don't think we have we?
Come back anytime.
I don't think so. Good on. Let's see here. No, we've got quite a bit to go.
Thanks for the meal. Thanks for the meal. Thanks for the meal.
What's the max rank for that? 30? Feels like it'd be 30. Long food is divine. Flows so by the goddess itself. Oh, my stomach, it yearns for more. Now that it's had a slice of heaven, it's demanding the full course. And I intend to comply. I'm going to eat to bursting today. Well, that's one way to fast-track you to Adios' dinner table. Edmund, please try to restrain yourself. Edmund, awesome, delicious. I could keep this up to eternity and beyond. Now then, bring on the dessert. Oh dear. Let's go check up on the other students around the place. See how they're doing. I think we're done, roughly, with the rounds. Need to check out that Ford SPG, but we have some free time, so I'd love to take a break from showing folks around. But who knows when trouble might creep around the corner. Can't completely take it easy.
We're quickly approaching the first
Alright, these three are here.
in history.
Oh, a hands-on workshop. Yeah, gotta try that out.
It is scheduled
No, like I've said, and again,
for the presidential
and again, we don't have time for detours. First item on our agenda is visiting the local history museum, and then... Curtis, you gotta loosen up.
press conference
A trip like this is no fun if it's all work and no play.
apace.
See, she gets it. Now let us make us some sick-ass wind chimes. We're ahead of you.
Republican Army has planned
But the agenda... Guys... You say we're on a tight schedule, but it's not like tight. Also got a course where you take your crafted wind chimes and paint over them, apparently. But there, can I stop whining now or what? Fine, I give. Arguing you two is soaking up what little time we have, so let's just get this over with. Oh dear, oh dear.
It's almost time for the launch.
The time
This is people.
is almost come.
Find a good spot.
What are you two looking at then? The road by the waterfall sounds like a perfect place to train. So Connie, you're doing the thing again. Combat training isn't part of the trip, remember? Huh? Oh, that's a shame. Wait, you picked that up from Reed. I feel like we'd get along. Oh dear. Really don't want to be causing trouble for the people around us. So I'll have to hold off on doing any training here. Hey. Even here in Longlai, Sigourney's the same as ever. Indubitably. What a waste staying at such an upscale inn, yet being unable to have a single drop of alcohol. We should at least be allowed to drink during the nighttime, no? It's not like we'll be on the clock. True, but remember, we're still responsible for watching over the students even at night. We can always buy some drinks as souvenirs and enjoy them back home. On your mirror. How sweet of you. Well, since you're offering, I'll gladly take a few bottles. Yeah, nice try. I can see why this inn is so renowned. Interior design and furnishings are immaculate. It harmonizes flawlessly with the surrounding scenery. I could just sit here and gaze about for eternity. I wouldn't be bored for a second. Yeah, it does remind me of some villages and stuff that are more remote. It's not really remote, in the UK. Like villages and stuff around the Peak District, little towns here and there. Some lovely places, lovely places. The background music is simply delightful. But that's to be expected of a first-rate inn. The sounds of flowing water mixed with koto music make me feel completely relaxed. Oh, lovely. Right, have we done all the yellow dots? That's the wrong map. We've got the actual brace guild, which I'm just holding off on until we've done everything else. Yep, we'll go have a look at the brace guild then. And then we'll see about the Ford SPG. Probably the start of the next part, depends what happens. We shall see. Is that you, Clausel? I heard a bit about the situation within the guild, so there must be people from Thor's. Yeah, sorry to show up out of nowhere. I'd appreciate if you could catch me up on the current situation in Longlai. You've heard the excitement hasn't created too much of a burden for the guild. Well, that's one way to put it, yes. The reality is we no longer have anything to do. And not really by choice. Guess it doesn't really matter how many tourists there are. A city of this size can mobilize enough police officers to handle it. Police alone can probably handle most things, including problems among travelers. The government's been seizing every opportunity to take the initiative. It's obvious what they're planning. Not even the guild is permitted to touch anything related to the space program. It is a highly confidential government project, but... So, you've been prioritizing the capital when deploying braces? Yes, Kazan is still there, as requested. Renton is here in his stead, since he's used to handling travelers. It would have been reassuring to have Kazan here, too. In case of trouble in the Ishkal Mountains. But nothing under the guild's jurisdiction could possibly happen there in the first place. Alright, think I've got a handle on the situation. Police have completely blockaded the mountain pass leading to the Ishkal Mountains. Not to mention, Ikaruga's involvement in the program has become something of an open secret in the guild. Correct. As long as they're stationed in Kunlun, no monsters or external forces will be a threat. Which means we at the guild can only deal with things within city limits. I can guess why the Divine Blade of Ash is here now. But you understand our situation. Our hands are tied. There's just nothing I can do to help you reach Kunlun, I'm sorry. I do have to wonder just what it is you think we're up to, but I'm glad you're as sharp as ever, Drusilla. It's quite alright. The last thing we want to do is drag the guild into this. There must be a way through. A way to navigate even a situation like this. Maybe even an opening caused by the tension. We've come to that bridge. It's time to cross it. Do whatever we need to keep moving forward. Yeah, it's do or die time. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm partial to the former. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but these young people don't know how to give up. No. What I can do is pray that fate, the choice of Steins Gate, will be kind to them. Alright, camera, calm it down. Ah! Oh, could that be the important contact you mentioned earlier? Bet it is. Ask the director of the NGO I work at if they could put me in touch with... Wait, huh? This isn't a number I reckon. Ah.
Pardon me. Am I speaking to Toa Herschel?
Who could this be? It gives it away right down there in the bottom right, really. It's like, Anyway.
I'm reaching out to you on behalf of Director Poisson.
Poisson? I know that voice. Yes, we all do, and we can see who it is as well, so... Used to be someone from the CID's Integrated Analysis Division, to which Mr. Kincaid belongs. That department's said to be a top-secret part of the CID. Could this person be... Yeah, I think you're right. She might be the lady we heard about before. Okay, I'm sorry for putting you on hold. Yes, this is Toa Herschel speaking. It's been a while since we last spoke, although I'll admit I'm surprised to be hearing from you of all people. I was wondering, they were talking about that for a little while. She'd just be there, be like, hello? 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 Be like, she was on hold. Based on the caller ID, can I assume this is an official call from the department?
There's no need to be so cautious. As it turns out, I'm in Longlai as well.
Oh.
Excluding the personnel stationed at the space base itself, there aren't any CID staff in the area. So if it's easier for you, you can drop the pretenses.
Can you? I understand. Then it's alright if we stop by there and then, right? Officially, I'll be visiting as an NGO member, but hope it's alright if I bring a few staff members along.
Of course. 4, right? I'll have some people I would like to introduce you to as well. President Rocksmith and I will look forward to your arrival.
Indeed. I wasn't allowed up there earlier, if you recall. Phew. That sure was nerve-wracking. Is that the Flying Swallow, the woman renowned throughout the intelligence world? Why would she be calling us? She's an old friend of Jin's, and she used to work as a guild receptionist. Back then, she was headhunted by the former president and joined the organization that's now the CID. Ah, got it. And it's because of that connection that she might be acting on her own. It's heard from Kiseki that she's even more freakishly capable than what people say. And that's hardly a surprise, given she's a master of the Taito school and Angelica's teacher. Need to make sure we're ready for our meeting with her, and the people she's introduced us to. Yeah, once we're done here, let's head up the hill to the east. Yeah, again, I wasn't allowed up there, so... I know we have an uptick in tourists, but still, there shouldn't need to send so many officers here. It's evident this is, in actuality, a means to mitigate the risk of guild interference with their plan. However, we don't intend to merely take this on the chin. We have a plan we're hatching. I wouldn't stake all your hopes on it, but should the stars align... I mean, the planets are going to align, apparently. We may be able to lend a hand or two. Okay. No more dots in there. What we got going on? Put you over there. Right, so let's us head for the rounds inside the garden. Again, don't think I forgot about the garden. Like, no. We need to have a gander in there. Grim garden. Diddly 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 dee. Alright, van. The day of the launch at last. No, leaving the capital now of all times has me a bit apprehensive, to tell the truth. I'm sure things will be fine with the guildmaster in charge. The man saved our rears more times than I can count over the past year. No small wonder he made me make that promise. Promise, huh? Now you got me all interested. In all seriousness, though, having you guys with us is a huge relief. Things have been getting dicier by the second. Both of them, okay. Yes, and even if we're unable to work together directly, it's always helped to have an extra hand or two. Oh, okay. All that to say, I have your back, Van. We'll do our best to make up for Anya's absence. Right, heard she left for the capital with Ren. Kinda puts you at a disadvantage in combat, huh? But I guess it's what it is. We'll give it our best out there anyway. Wouldn't do to have the girls thinking we're useless about them after all. And as one of Master Burgard's students, you need to show them what you're made of, little man. Yeah, don't go tell me twice. It's a relief to know we got someone like Jin at our backs, especially with how dicey things have been lately. Can't deny we've lost firepower, of course, but for now, we just gotta keep on keeping on. I swear on my name, I'll do everything in my power to assist you all. Whatever I can do to fill the hole Anya's left, I'll do it. Looks like it's finally time to rise to the challenge. Maybe for all of us. Should be able to lend a hand with the garden stuff at the very least. Come on, let's go full throttle with this thing. We can't just let something like this happen. Even if it means turning our backs on the church. Ooh. And once we've made up our minds, you better believe we're gonna follow through. You folks should do the same. Confrontation with Kevin, methinks. Yikes, why the long faces? Well, I'm sure it's nothing a little spotting can't. Nuh-uh, not happening, and quit being so freaking annoying already. Heard you guys had a lot on your plate lately. Guessing that's got something to do with why I don't see Anya's too? Yeah, you doing alright, Ketra? Yeah, that'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little worried. I mean, today's the day of the launch. Young and Essie must be working themselves to the bone to see it happen. So I plan on working just as hard today. I see, you're a tough cookie, you know that? Yeah, no kidding. Can tell from the look in your eyes you've got a real fire in your belly. I'd have the same if only someone would spar. I'm out of here. Tempted to give the goddess a real earful for this mess, I swear. But for better or worse, the end's in sight. Sorry, Ketra. Oh. Wonder why that tyrant bastard showed up again. Just what the hell's going on with that space program? Whatever comes our way next, we'll deal with it. Let's go show these domains what we're made of already. For today's launch, the space program will have finally reached its climax. Young and Essie must be working themselves to the bone to see it through. I'll admit I'm a bit worried, but I intend to work just as hard today. We're in this together. Yeah, at the end of the day, the world will keep on turning. That's just the way things are. There are no right answers. Which is why it's best to feel and do as one sees fit. At least that way you won't have any regrets, you know? You know, I mentioned in Daybreak 2 the idea that Shizuna was just sort of there. Definitely a better, bigger presence now. It did feel, it almost feels like Daybreak 2 was a bit long-winded. It was just, it didn't have enough meat on the bone, that kind of situation, where there was a story to tell. It was just very stretched thinly, like butter scraped across too much bread. Yes. I see. So that's what happened to Aggie. Yeah, but Ren and Dominique went with her, so I know she's only going to her father, but there's just something about all this I find a little concerning. Sounds like she didn't put up much of a fight either. They're finally planning to reveal her to the public, huh? Well, we'll just have to make sure to work extra hard in her place. Everyone's finally starting to make their moves. Good luck out there, you guys. Yeah, likewise. It's like with Ferry there, again, thinking Daybreak 2. There's certain plot elements where there was story they could have told, they just didn't. Like Ferry's whole situation. Her story was kind of off-screen before the story properly began. It would have been nice to have that be part of the story of Daybreak 2. Definitely feel like Daybreak 2 was the low point in Trails. But still good, but the low point. It's like the rest is so good, and then that one is just lower than the rest. Not bad, just not as good as the rest. It's that case of Falcom set the bar so high, so anything that dips, you notice. That's what Falcom like kind of caused. It's like, yeah, we expect really good stuff from you story-wise. And it just dipped a little. It's like, ooh, this has been good though, I will say. Like Horizon's like, yeah, back on form. With Anya's away, we'll need to work even harder than ever. Let's clear out as many 4 SPGs as we can. That way she can take it easy when she comes back. Because I do feel like some of Daybreak 2 is important to understand what's going on in this story. I just feel they needed more going on in different areas to build up certain characters, like Auguste. That was his name, wasn't it? The fact I'm like, that was his name, wasn't it? Is kind of an issue there. Because they built up the vestiges much better than they did Auguste in Daybreak 2. It was like, oh, that guy. There he is. Okay. Because you could see that's what they were doing with Daybreak 2. They were getting us familiar with the idea of, look, there's characters from the past who have supposedly died coming back. They did that with Auguste and Dingo. Because they did it okay with Dingo. It's just the Auguste character. It was Auguste, right? He just felt there. It was like, oh, right, okay. I guess. That's like, fine. They should have built that up a bit more, I feel. That's the kind of thing that was missing, and they usually do with that kind of stuff. That's what was odd. Usually build up characters to a point and remind you of things and build the basis for that character. For it to be important when you actually face them off in battle. They just didn't do it that much in Daybreak 2. It's just odd. Like I said with the Vestiges, like they've been building it up. It's like, yeah, this is appropriate. Frankly, I'm a little concerned for Agnes and Ren. Although I know just how tough they are. I suppose all we can do now is put faith in them and continue on our work. Our own work. Dear oh dear. So Aggie's finally making her debut as the president's daughter, huh? Wonder if she'll be okay. Once we finish up the stuff on our end, I'll head on over ASAP. Gotta offer up all the support I can, right? Our team's pretty busy too, but we'll find the answers we're looking for in the end. So that someday we'll be able to reunite under better circumstances, with Agnes too. I will say theory-wise, where I'm thinking right now what's going on with Agnes is... if we're going with the idea that the timeline's potentially gonna reset and loop around again, and again, we want to try and avoid that, right? So there'll be things in motion to try and avoid that. I do feel like the Epstein stuff with the Genesis, that's a way of fighting against that. But I do feel that's going to require a sacrifice. That's going to require Agnes to in some way sacrifice herself. Maybe erase herself from the timeline, or make it seem like the timeline will adjust so it's like, oh, she's given her life, and it'll make it appear like she's getting ill in the past and then she dies, that kind of thing. Now, the reason I think that is because that seems to be what happened with her mother in some regard. Like, she suddenly was getting ill. We haven't got an idea of what she was getting ill with. She was just getting ill. With what? And obviously, Agnes' father got upset by this and wouldn't want that to happen. So I'm thinking it's a case of this rocket launch is to try and get to the Septarian of Time, to stop the Septarian of Time from doing the reset, so Agnes doesn't have to sacrifice herself to keep the timeline going a little bit longer. That's what I think the purpose is. Obviously, there's going to be something else up there in the way. The Great One, Schmelga. Can't remember what else it was called. You know, steel, all that type of stuff. So yeah, I do feel like that the plan is Rocksmith, not Rocksmith, Gramhart. Gramhart knows there's going to be a timeline reset. He's trying to avoid that happening, but at the same time not have Agnes have to sacrifice herself like Agnes' mother did. Or was it Sophie? Wasn't it? It was Sophie. Yeah, Agnes' mother, like, she sacrificed herself, which caused a timeline changed and caused her to then die. It just rewrote a few things. It's similar to like what we had with the Kia stuff. She rewrote time just slightly to adjust things, so things turned out a bit differently. I do feel like that's what's going to happen. That's why he knows what's going on. That's why he's got all these plans in place. And as a result, that's why he's brought Agnes back to the capital, is of how close they are to the rocket launch. He wants to look after her and make sure like she doesn't do anything. Because if that fails, she's going to go do something, isn't she? That's what's going on with the tower. That's what's going on with Hamilton. He's making sure she can't wander off and go activate whatever kind of like contingency plan Epstein put in place in order for there to be an opportunity for like the timeline to just last a bit longer. I don't know how that would work with Agnes' bloodline. Like, where do they get that power from? Because the Kia bit, that made sense. They made her. But Agnes? Need to know more about her ancestry, essentially. Yeah. Yeah, they're my thoughts at the moment. We shall see. We shall see. Hayway's intel network informed me that the Tyrant appeared in Ankerville recently. I imagine that must have been a difficult encounter, Judith, and with Dominique heading back to the capital like that. I like her rest easy knowing she's Aranya's at least. But actually, Risha, kinda sounded like Hayway's got plans of their own in the works. And there's the Thor's team doing whatever it is they're doing. Being unable to share information with you is a bit frustrating, admittedly. I'll say. But seeing as it's launch day, I think we're all finally nearing the end. Yeah, even though we haven't been able to talk about the details, it kind of feels like we've all been moving in sync anyway. What that's left now is to take care of what's right in front of us. Right, good luck out there, you guys. Once things cool down, why don't we all go see a showing of La Revue or something? And maybe one of my new films too. That's a great idea, Judith. I know we've all been keeping the details close to our chest, but it's obvious enough we've all hit our respective endgames. Being in the Republic for almost a year now, about time I got to show off my B-rank pride. For now, let's leave Anya's and Grammy and Ren. For now, let's leave... Oh, yeah. Read that completely. For now, let's leave Anya's to Grammy and Ren. They got this. As for me, I'm going to face all the obstacles in our way, head on. I swear on my honors as Grimcat. Arkanseal's currently planning a performance inspired by the rocket launch. I'd love to invite you all to see it someday. Let's make sure we get through this together. Together. Are there people down there? Yeah. So you don't actually know anything about the space base at all, do you? No, unfortunately. I'm afraid I never assigned to the project. My apologies. Nah, it's no biggie. Just figured I'd ask, you know? Anyway, once things cool down around here, wanna go grab some tea? Crow, please refrain from making advances towards our colleagues. Sorry, Rosette, I know you must be busy. Yeah, but tea, though? You have nothing to apologize for. To speak on other matters, however, I believe I was able to discern what your team has been so focused on investigating recently. Which is to say, I wish you well. And for the record, I would be more than happy to talk with you in person someday. Tea invitation aside. Likewise. I imagine we'd find plenty to talk about. We'd still have the tea though, right? Once things cool down, eh? We'll have to do all we can to ensure such hopes come to fruition. Oh dear. What is it that I, a Dominion, should strive to protect? I suppose that's something I'll need to answer in due time. I'm very much thinking after we do Reen's route, because it's got a definitive end to it, we go over to Kevin's because it's got that definitive end to it, like we saw on the select screen. And then we can follow Van's story into whatever comes next. That makes more sense to me. Yeah. What is it I, Dominion, should strive to protect? I suppose that's something I'll need to answer in due time. Nevertheless, I will pray for everything and everyone's good fortune in the coming trials, so that we might all gather again someday under less strenuous circumstances. Blah, blah, blah. I know the circumstances that led us here were less than ideal, but the friendships we've made as a result are irreplaceable all the same. And in order to deepen these friendships, let's make sure we overcome all the obstacles that stand in our way, both here and in reality. I'm not so sure I get what Marduk and the President are trying to do with this whole space program thing, to be honest. Which makes it even harder to know if we need to intervene, or if we even can. The point is, we need to be prepared for whatever comes our way, good or bad. I sincerely believe we'll all find success in our endeavors, including with the Grim Garden, and that someday we'll all find and finally have the chance to talk in person over some lovely tea. Delightful, I'm sure. Who we got then? Oh my. You're such a child, Burgard. I'll never win at this rate. I came to the spring to take a dip this morning, but before I knew it, I was roped into a round of volleyball. The hot water mitigates the strain on my body, thankfully. Perhaps I'll make this my new morning exercise. Well, it being the day of the launch and all, I figured this would make for a good distraction. No, it's not as if I personally need such a thing. Lapis? Oh, it's nothing. I'll follow things through to the end, Rufus, just like you. Everyone must eventually face their own heart. It's not about whether you're right or wrong. It's about whether you can look on both yourself and what you've done with satisfaction. Only then will you be able to live without regret. I say this to you as well, Sir Rufus. Right, I'll make sure to think long and hard on the matter. You have my gratitude, Mr. Berger. No, Mr. Zamar. Goodness, I hadn't meant to give a lecture during a bout of fun and games. I was simply trying to offer a bit of advice to the younger generation. I hope that they can learn to live their lives without regret. I do find that flower adorable. Face my own heart. Can I even do that? Do you have a heart? Like a physical heart? Surely something of that matter. Whenever I can look on myself and my actions with satisfaction. Powerful words from a powerful man. Indubitably. Right, so we'll use this now as a place to end this part, and in the next part we'll see about the 4SPG as a starting point. See how long that takes, because it could be a really quick one, could be a really long one, we don't know, it varies, doesn't it? So depending on that, we may have a look at some connection events after that. So, we'll see you in the next part with that 4SPG. Ta-ra for now.